guys, I hope you're all well. So I'm just about to start showing you a craft activity that you might be able to do at home because obviously you can't come to workshop 305 at the moment. So today we are going to be making some paper flowers. I'm going to show you how you could make one like this and also one like this, which is a bit more of a challenge. So I thought it would be nice to make some flowers because you might have noticed all around at the moment everything is coming into bloom as kind of spring is now here and it's really beautiful. So I thought it would be nice for you to have some flowers in your house at home. So the first thing to do is to get yourself a piece of either paper or card. I've got some quite thick paper here. It's nice if it's coloured, but if not, no problem. And what we want to do is to decorate the paper all over so that it's all colourful and patterned, and that's going to make your flowers really pretty. So you might want to use some paint. I've just got some acrylic paint here, and if you don't have a paint palette at home, you can just use an old kind of food packaging tub like I've got here. And think about all the different marks that you could make on your paper to pattern it. You might want to think about different patterns that we see in nature, so some kind of stripes or spots or wiggly lines, and think about what colours go nicely together. So I'm starting off with some paint, and then if you've got some coloured pencils you could use them. So I'm going to do some coloured pencil lines like this, and then you might want to use a felt tip like this, and you're going to do a much better job than me because you're going to take a lot of time over it. So we want to do this patterning on the front and on the back of the piece of paper. So here's one that I did earlier, which is a bit more exciting than that one I just showed you. So even this could do with having a bit more paint on it if you fancy. So we're going to build up lots of layers. So I'm using a bit of dark blue over the top now. I want it to be really patterned and rich and vibrant and exciting. So that's looking quite good. So once you've patterned it on both sides and you're happy and it looks really beautiful, the next stage is to then cut this paper into a thinner strip. And to do that, you want to use a ruler. You want to wait till your paint's dried. I'm going to do it on this edge because I think it's okay. So holding down the ruler, I'm going to draw a line with a pencil. And then we're going to cut with some scissors down this line, like so. Doesn't matter if it's not so straight, but the line is there to help us a bit. And once we've done that, we're going to draw another line about 1 centimetre from the edge, like this. So it's like that. And then what we're going to do is cut with the scissors to that second line that we've just drawn all the way along. It doesn't matter if the strips that you're cutting are different thicknesses because there's so much variation in nature. All petals are different sizes. So that's not a problem at all. Okay, so I'm almost at the end. Okay, so once you get to the end and you've cut loads of strips, you're then going to use a pencil and you're going to get these strips and bend them around the pencil like this. So I've bent them around the pencil. You can do quite a few in one go, or it might be easier doing less in one go. You might find it easier to not even use the pencil and just use your fingers. It doesn't matter if some are more curly than others, because again, petals are always different in nature. Okay, so I've almost finished that now. There we go. Right, and so once we have bent all the petals, because these are what are going to be the petals, we can then get our strip, and again we're going to wrap it around the pencil. So holding the card, and I'm wrapping it around like this, just wrapping it around the top. And at this point you can kind of decide how kind of thick you want your flower to be. So I'm going to wrap it around one more time, but I think that's looking really pretty. So then I'm just going to cut it here. And once we've done that, you can then just secure it with a bit of sellotape. I've got some clear tape here, but if you don't have any, if you've got some masking tape, you could use masking tape and then you could paint it. So I'm just tucking the tape inside. So that's our flower head. Looks really cool. You can see that it's really nice if you've patterned it loads, because obviously the pattern gets cut up as you're making the petals. So the next thing we need to do is make the stalk. And to do that, it's good if you've got yourself a piece of green card or paper. If you don't have any green, that's fine, because you could again use some felt tips, use some paint. What else might you have? You might have some pastels, and you could colour it green. If you've got it green already, you still might want to use some felt tips on it like this and pattern it even more. This is going to make your flower really exciting. Okay, once we've done that, we're going to draw a line to cut down again. So draw that line and cut down it. So I've got a strip of paper, then I'm going to start at the corner with my pencil, and I'm going to roll the card or paper around the pencil, like this. It might take more than one go, or you might need to get someone to help you do it. And it'll end up like this, and then you can just twist it a bit more, like so, and then you can secure it with some tape again. So this is the stalk, and then it'd be nice to make a leaf. So think about what different leaf shapes you might want to draw. So I'm just going to do a classic leaf, but you might want to do one a bit more exciting. So you can draw the lines on there, but then we want it to have a bit of a thick stalk so we can stick it on easily. So I'm going to cut that out now. Again, you might want to get someone to help you with the cutting, and that's okay. Doesn't matter if you don't follow the lines exactly either, because it will make it look quite exciting. What you can do now is fold it using a ruler, and that makes it a bit 3D. So I've just put the ruler in the middle of the leaf, and now I'm just folding it up it. So now the leaf looks like this. And then I'm going to position it onto the stalk like this, and use a bit of sellotape to secure it like so. It's quite nice that it's quite floppy. Okay, yeah, that's staying on there. So then the last thing is to stick our flower and our stalk together. So depending how big you've made your stalk, either it might go inside the flower like this, or I think in my case I'm gonna put the flower inside the stalk. So this is a bit tricky as well, but there we go. So I just put it inside the stalk. If you crease your flower, don't worry, because you can just kind of unfurl it like this. And then you could always use another piece of tape around it to secure it, or you could just leave it like that. So this is your flower finished, and it looks quite sweet. So I'm going to put it into the jug, and I'm just going to show you how you could make this flower as well. This is based on a grape hyacinth flower, and to do this one you want to do the same thing of having a strip of paper. Again, I think this is a bit thick actually, so let's make it a bit thinner again. So I'm going to cut down here like this. So a bit of a thinner strip. I'm going to draw a line again so that I know where to cut to. And so I'm going to cut down here again. So it's very similar to the first flower that we made. This bit is exactly the same, in fact. So cutting down like this. Ooh, almost there. Okay. And then we're going to do the rolling of the leaves again, rolling them around the pencil like this. Oh, I think that's my telephone. You have to ignore the phone. So I'm going to roll them around here like this. Okay, there we go. Again, you can try all different ways to do this rolling. Find a way that is best for you. So yeah, you might not want to use the pencil. Almost there. Okay, so now we've got to the same stage as for the flower before, and this time when we wrap this around the pencil, as we wrap it, we're moving this piece of card down the pencil, and this is what is gonna make it more into the grape hyacinth shape. So we're going all the way down to the bottom like this. So you can see that this one isn't quite as curly as this one. That's just because I didn't curl the paper as much. So you can do that after if you fancy. But I think it looks quite nice like this. So there's loads of variation with what you can do. I've run out of clear tape, so I'm going to take my own advice and use some masking tape now. So just cut off a strip and then going to secure that around the base like so. Wow, this one looks really cool. So nice. Okay, so now to make the stalk, which I'm going to do in the same way as last time. I'm going to do a bit of a different pattern. Going to do some wiggly lines this time. Again, you could use coloured pencils, oil pastels, anything you fancy. And I'm going to cut down here. And then from the corner, I'm going to roll it, and I'm rolling it up and along the pencil, like so, and then pulling it tight. And I'm now going to tape it with some sticky tape. So you'll probably need to get a friend to hold the card while you do the taping, or the other way around, or someone in your family. And then we're going to do the same thing of seeing whether the stalk's going to go inside the flower or the other way around. I think it can go inside this time. So poked it inside. So there we go, it's looking great. And you might just want to colour in that masking tape. So I'm going to colour it in now. And I've forgotten the leaf, but that's okay because I can do that now as well. So once I've coloured in the masking tape, I'm going to do the leaf. Oh, this is going to keep you busy. This is quite a long activity. Alright, so that looks really pretty. And for the leaf, I'm going to think of a different shape leaf. I'm going to do one like this for this plant. Nice to draw the stems on there if you can. Not stems, veins, that's the one. Okay, and then cut this out, or get someone to help you cut it out. I'm going to fold it again like I did before. Nice crease. And then I'm going to stick it on the stalk. Sticky. So I'm going to put it here. And again, I could colour that in later. Ooh. There we go. So this is flower number 2. So here we go. Flower number 1, flower number 2. And I think they both look really pretty. So I hope you hope this keeps you busy at home. And hopefully it won't be too long until I get to see you all. Yeah, okay. Bye bye.